Welcome to the Insurance Brokers Podcast with your host, Sarah Myerscough. This business podcast is for ambitious brokers determined to grow their business. Our guests are highly experienced industry experts and innovators. This is the place to leverage their success, learn how to break through barriers to growth, and discover a community of support and ideas whilst growing your business.
Good afternoon, Emma. Thank you very much for joining me today on the Insurance Brokers Podcast. I'm very excited to have you here, and we've got lots of exciting things to talk about, so welcome.
Thank you. It's absolutely an honour to be here.
Well, I am very excited, and I would like really to start with you telling us who Emma is and what we're going to chat about today.
Yeah, so Emma is the head of conference at BIBA. It's weird to talk about it in the third person. I'm going to switch to first. So I joined BIBA in the summer of last year. And actually some people may have recognised my name because I actually used to work at Campaign Partnership when we used to organise the conference externally for, I think about 20 years. So I joined them in 2016. So I did 4 years of conference. And then have now come on board in-house. So now I manage a in-house small team, and conferences are pride and joy and our lifeblood. And it's great. It is absolutely, it is exciting to come back this year. And I think for us to be working on something so important, out of all of the years of conference, this is the one where we really need to deliver, because people are just clambering for an in-person event, to be back face to face, to network again. And it's so hard when you have tried to live and exist remotely, because we had to for 2 years. I mean, we haven't done a conference for 3 years. The overwhelming feedback I'm getting is I can't wait. So I'm
certainly getting the same feedback from my end about BIBA, and lots of people that I'm going to see there and speak to. And I think you're right, like this weird old 2-year COVID lockdown thing that's happened. I think May is going to go out with a bang. So tell us, what can we look forward to? What is going to be so awesome about BIBA this year?
So we have got a packed agenda this year. We've got we've got 4 keynotes this year. They're all going to be inspirational speakers. We start with Andy Burnham, Mayor of Greater Manchester, talking about his visions for the city. In the afternoon, we have Sheldon Mills, Executive Director, Consumers and Competition at the FCA. And that's going to be a really important session, because brokers need to keep abreast with what's happening at the FCA, what their plans are. Thursday, we actually have a slight change to the agenda. We were going to have on Thursday morning, it was going to be a session called Winning Gold with Jason and Laura Kenny. But Jason now has the amazing new job as head of sprint coach for the junior team, Team GB, which means that we now are going to be graced with 3 Olympians. So it will still be Laura Kenny, and we're so excited to hear her story. And she's going to be joined with Nicola Adams, the boxing legend, gold medalist, and Johnny Peacock, the Paralympic sprinter. So that will be a really brilliant session. And then in the afternoon...
That's incredible.
Yeah, it will. I mean, because they've all really excelled. I mean, the success is outstanding, and they are all such warm characters as well. And so it will be a real good insight into the life of an Olympian and what it's like to train, and the hours, and, you know, also the psychological pressure of the Olympics and performing at your utmost.
I was very lucky to listen to Sally Gunnell speak, and actually I'm hoping she's agreed to be on one of my podcasts, and I'm really excited about it, because that link between sort of business building, financial services, entrepreneurship, Olympic training, that sort of mindset. A lot of what she was speaking about is mindset, and it is so important, and I can imagine it's going to be really inspirational listening to those speeches. So
Absolutely.
I will definitely be there.
And you're right, it's about applying that mindset, isn't it, to whatever it is you're doing. Yes, not all of us are going to go and run 100 meters the fastest, or challenge Usain Bolt in a 200 meter sprint, but actually applying the mindset of how to do your best, and how to, make sure that you are thriving in what you want to do is important. So I think people are going to really look forward to that one, and actually I think there's going to be a lot of takeaways from that as well for people. So
Absolutely.
That's brill. So hopefully that will be exciting enough to get everyone up from their slumber on Thursday morning. And then Thursday afternoon we have broadcasting legend Andrew Marr going to do a special session with us, because obviously normally he's the one interviewing, so it'll be interesting to actually hear his opinions and his thoughts and about his life in journalism, and so that will be a really good one to finish on.
That's incredible. I cannot wait.
Yeah, really, really good lineup. And seminar wise this year also, we've got brilliant sessions. We really, handpicked the absolute hot topics and the really important subjects that brokers need to take away. So we've got sessions on hard market, the future delivery of insurance, sustainability. We've got a sort of overarching one called Our Insurance Community, which is quite a broad view of the industry trends, but it's got some very high caliber speakers on that session, actually on all of them. And we have cyber as well, which obviously right now is incredibly important. There's a lot of fear out there in terms of cyber threats. We have someone from the National Crime Agency on the panel, so he can really delve into what's going on, what people should be looking out for. So that's going to be great. And actually, even just catching up with a couple of the speakers, they're so looking forward to discussing their topic. I was talking to Sian Milley the other day from Green Kite, because she's chairing our sustainability and ESG panel, and even just hearing how excited she is to talk to brokers about the importance of ESG and how to make it approachable as well, so that brokers actually know what they can do practically. So that's good. So she's looking forward to that. So there's going to be such a buzz on the day. It's just
absolutely. Do you have a rough idea of how many sort of people are coming? Have you got those kind of stats yet?
Yeah, well, we opened registration 2 weeks ago, and we had more people register in the first day of registration than we ever have before when we compared. So the appetite for this is insane. So we're expecting big numbers. I mean, even just I was looking the other day actually at where the conferences sort of come from and to, because just as how the industry has changed and got bigger, so has conference. And in 2003 we only had 513 brokers, and in 2019 we had 5,000. So we're expecting similar numbers.
Wow, that's awesome. I was at BIBA in 2019, and it was actually my first BIBA conference. And my liver did not anticipate the BIBA conference being what the BIBA conference was. No, I mean, it was fabulous. Like the buzz, the amount of people there, how friendly and open people were. There's just always someone to talk to. And I'm quite looking forward to getting in and amongst that, like in the actual room with all the different people, talking their wares, explaining, it's just fabulous. Really looking forward to it.
And that's the thing, is that when you think of the agenda and all the sessions, but actually the exhibition, we'll have 200 plus exhibitors there, all with their staff who are desperate to talk to people. This is quite a personable industry, really, when you think about it. And actually to be able to do business and, get deals done and network in person is so important to the thriving of this industry. And I'm looking forward to you getting in the mix and, you know, and talking to people and seeing what they think and, you know, what they've done that day. And yeah, I think there's a lot of people, I think, that have very full diaries for those 2 days as well. I think they've already said to me, like, I've not got any time.
We've had, so for anybody that doesn't know, I am very excited to be the roving reporter at BIBA this year. So I'll have my BIBA hat on, a microphone, and be putting it in people's faces and asking you to tell me all about how wonderful BIBA is. And actually, I've had a number of people already message me to say, I'll be at BIBA, I'd like to come and chat to you. So anybody listening, come and find me. Let's talk about how awesome BIBA is and get you in their newsreels. Yeah.
I would like to find the person who has been to the longest ago conference. So if you're one of these people that have been to conference for 20 years, 30 years, find Sarah, because I would like to know at the end what our longest standing attendee is.
When was the first BIBA conference? Was that
so
2003?
This is our 44th. No, this is our 44th year, so please don't make me do the maths.
No, I won't. No maths here. But essentially, if anybody was at BIBA 44 years ago, plus 2, I'm assuming the 2 that we missed, so 46 years ago, please come and find me.
Yeah.
I will find you a glass of champagne and I will share one with you. Let's do that. Oh, that would be fabulous. So you're involved in the planning, the prepping, the themes. Tell me how hard and how exciting that has been in the last few months.
Yeah, so basically anything that you see, feel, watch, look at, touch at the event, it's come through us and our little team. So yeah, right from the beginning, we were thinking of the theme, and obviously our theme this year is our insurance community. So we really wanted to capture that feeling of reconnecting and coming together, the industry reuniting after this time, and also that BIBA is the place for that. You know, conferences, we're proud to sort of lead in that area and be the biggest event for the broken community in the UK. I think even Europe, actually, although that's unsubstantiated. So we have done everything from thinking of the theme, working at the speakers, but behind the scenes it's all things like that people might not sort of think about. Like we're actually going up to Manchester tomorrow for our site visit, and that's when people like health and safety come, and traffic and catering and IT and furniture and tech hire and our technical producers, and everyone's going to come together. I mean, we've got a lot to talk about, but yeah, it has been a lot of organising, because obviously with the 2 years since our last event, a lot has changed in not just the insurance industry but in the events industry as well. It's gone through turmoil and traumatic, and a lot of people have left the industry. We're very lucky that some of our long-standing partners and contractors are still here, but we are using some fresh ones from some who sadly didn't make it. So that's fun as well, to actually get new perspectives on things as well, and not just do something because you did it last year. We're actually thinking, oh goodness, we can totally change we can throw the rule book up in the air. So that's been good. But yes, there's a lot still to do. I believe yesterday, I think we're now 8 weeks. 8 weeks till. And when this comes out, it'll be 7 weeks.
Absolutely. Question for you. What do you want people to bring with them to BIBA this year? And that question is wide open. Mindset, actual pen and paper, business cards, virtual business part. I don't know. What do you want them to bring?
What would I like them to bring? Yes, definitely an open mind, and a mind that is open to learning something new, so that whether you're in a fringe session or in a seminar or you're in a keynote, that you are going to learn something new, so that you come away and you think, oh yeah, today was a learning day. And I want people also to come having downloaded the app, because that's going to be your guide at the show. We're going to launch that in a few weeks' time. But we are aware that there is so much going on and so much to cram in, that the app really will be a delegate's friend. There'll be lots going on there. You can use it for Q&A in the sessions and this and that, and, you know, navigating the floor plan and stuff, because we have made a couple of changes in that we're not printing a lot of our printed brochures that we used to do, just to make, you know, ourselves more sustainable. We don't want excess printing that we don't need. So please, everyone, download the app. It will be your friend. I would also like people to come away, if I change the question slightly, what I would like people to come away with thinking is that they have made some real worthwhile, long-standing new connections, and perhaps bolstered the ones that they already had with people in the exhibition hall, whether they're insurers or providers or other brokers. That they feel that it was a really worthwhile coming together.
That was my next question, so you've answered it, which is brilliant. Right. And I think that's really important when the world is coming back together, particularly with the way the world has been. And I'm thinking, you know, mental health, communities, isolation, builds really nicely into the theme that you guys have chosen for BIBA. And I think to come away with it, having learnt something and having met new people and firmed up existing relationships, is exactly what BIBA's all about. So I'm really, really looking forward to it. Is there anything else you want to say? Any last, you know, shout out to the BIBA people? Download the app, come with an open mind, definitely come and speak to Sarah.
Yeah, definitely come to speak to Sarah. There is something actually that I'd really like to flag up at the end, is our Young Broker Day, because I think that the sort of set of people that I think that have most struggled over the 2 years is actually the younger generation, the ones who have just got into the industry. Maybe they're in their first job, you know, they got it the year before, and then suddenly that's it. They were taken away from the office where you learn so much from your colleagues, and suddenly you were thrust into a virtual environment. And so Young Broker Day, I think this year is our most important. I mean, it's part of the wider Young Broker initiative of BIBA anyway, because we want to support the next generation into the industry. And this year they're going to have the opportunity to network with other young brokers, because it's so important to feel that community, using our theme, but also to hear the career progressions from speakers in the industry, because we've got a nice agenda for them. They can spend time in the exhibition so that they can get a sense of the industry. And actually, for the first time, we've opened Young Broker Day out to local students, so people at university who are in their first couple of years of maybe a finance degree, or, you know, something where they might not even consider insurance as a viable career path for them. And actually we want to show them a little taste of what the industry is like. Not that every day is like a BIBA conference, but, you know, give them a taste of the industry so that they can then think, actually, maybe there's a graduate trainee program I'd be interested in, or, you know, something like that. So that will be really good. So yeah, that's important for this year as well.
And I think we should also give a shout out to any young brokers coming for the first time. Come and find me. Let's have a chat. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the industry, why you're here, why you're looking at getting into the industry. Perhaps you're already on a graduate scheme. Come and have a chat.
Yeah, absolutely. Would love that. And I guess actually
I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm so pleased. I'm looking forward to it as well. I did have someone the other day saying, are you going to be at BIBA Conference? I was like, yes, I'm going to be at the doors, waving people in. Very welcoming.
Are you going on holiday afterwards?
I haven't yet put in my annual leave, but it will be very shortly afterwards.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. So you've got 8 weeks to go. An awful lot of planning still to do. This podcast will be going out, and I think if anybody's got any questions, ideas, thoughts, feelings, please get in touch. My contact details will certainly be in the show notes. Emma, would you like me to put yours in as well?
Yes, please. Absolutely.
Brilliant. So please get in touch if you've got any questions about the conference, thoughts, feelings, etc. Very much looking forward to seeing you all there.
And other than that, we will see you on the 11th and 12th of May. Absolutely.
Wonderful. Thank you for your time, Emma.
No, thank you so much. It's been lovely.
Thank you for listening to today's episode. If you have enjoyed what you have heard, have any questions or feedback, please leave us a review and we will be sure to get back to you. If you would like further information on how Boston Tullis Group can support your business, or if you would like to join us on an episode, please do not hesitate to contact us.